Okay, we've talked about, with these angle pairs, we've talked about adjacent angles, angles that are beside each other, next to, complementary angles, 90 degrees. Now we're going to talk about supplementary angles. Supplementary angles, when I look at these, two angles that add to 180. So complementary, add to 90, supplementary, add to 180. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a couple of angles right here. Look like this, 1 and 2, and angle 1 plus angle 2 add up to 180. So that's my illustration. Very much like when we talked about complementary. When I get something like this, and I want to, tells me they're supplementary, that tells me, oh, 180. So I'm going to just take and 180 minus 132, and that gives me 48 degrees, and that's what measure of angle F is. Here, supplementary angles. Lots of them I could do. I'm going to say angle DEG and angle DEF. That's a pair, so it's these two. I could say angle DEG and angle GEH. These two. Those are also supplementary. Back to here, down to here, example 3. Supplementary gives me two angles. Angle A plus angle B equal 180. And then I just substitute in. So I have 3x minus 7 plus 2x plus 2 equals 180. And then it's an equation. I go through, collect like terms, add the 5, divide by this 5, and that's going to give me 37 when I divide. Now I want to find the two angles, so I take that 37 and I plug it in. 3 times 37 minus 7. And I'm just going to use my calculator to figure that out. Type that in and I get 104. And then if I want to find angle B, same kind of deal. 2 times 37 plus 2. That's going to be 74 plus 2 is going to be 76. And to check to make sure I did it right, I would add up 104 and 76, and those add up to 180. So those work. And then finally here, on this one, the example 4, I'd work the same kind of way. I add these together. Don't let those fractions scare you, because I'm going to just distribute through. And when I take 1/4 times 36x, I get 9x. 1/4 times 8 gives me 2. 1/2 times 6x gives me 3x. And 1/2 times 20 gives me a minus 10. Then collect like terms. Add the 12. Divide by 12. And it gives me 16. That's what x is. Now I'm just going to plug that in up here because I want to find the two angles. So it's 1/4 times 36 times 12 minus 8. And I will just plug that into my calculator all at once just to keep it a little bit easier. So 1/4 times 36 times 12 minus 8. Let that go, and I get 106. And then up here, 1/2 times 6 times 12 minus 20. Plug that in. And that gives me, well, something seems wrong. Oh, I should use the right number. I used a 12 instead of a 16. And I'm going to have to go back up and fix both of these. Use a 16. That gave me 142. And then use this one and use a 16. And that gives me 38. And those do add to 180. And if you look here where I made my mistake back here earlier when I caught myself, and I did that, I plugged both of those in and gave me a 106 and a 26. Those didn't add to 180. So I knew I did something wrong. And then I had to go back and look to see what that was. And I saw that I just plugged in the wrong number. So I fixed that. Sometimes it's that we made a mistake somewhere else. So supplementary angles, add to 180.